name is Livia Nuris. I'm from English Education Department 2022B. Now I want to present about effectiveness project-based learning in ESP class viewed from Indonesian student learning outcomes. There are the researcher. There is Dewi Hidayati, Harti Yanovianti, Maharani Hansa, Joko Slamet, and Nunu Suryati. The first is abstract. Project-based learning, or PGBL, is gaining popularity as a teaching strategy to make learning more engaging and focused on essential skills for modern workplace success. This study investigates the impact of PGBL on students' learning outcomes in English for Specific Purpose or ESP classes. Results show that PGBL significantly improved students' video projects, leading to high mean scores and positive correlation on academic performance. This could contribute to the growing literature on teaching and learning ESP across disciplines. And the next is introduction. The introduction discusses the rise of project-based learning or PGBL in education and its potential benefits for students. It highlights the research that has shown the effectiveness of PGBL across various academic fields and its impact on improving student academic achievement and key skills. The authors argue that PGBL is a suitable teaching strategy for ESP courses. And the next is research question. And the question is, does the use of project-based learning or PGBL in English for Specific Purpose or ESP classes improve students' overall learning outcomes? And the next is methodology. This study used a pre-experimental research design with purposive sampling on 40 first-year college students at STAI Diponegoro, Tulungagung, Indonesia. In order to answer the research question, data was collected through pre-test and post-test to evaluate the student scores. The collected data were analyzed using SPSS Statistic 26 software. And the next is result. In the result, there is 3 tables. The first table is a school vision. In first table, the main scores on the pre-test was 68.82, whereas the main score on the post-test was 81.75, indicating that the post-test delivered more precise findings of improvements than the pre-test did. The lowest score on the post-test was 70, which was much higher than the score of 56 that was discovered on the pre-test. In addition to this, the standard deviation of the pre-test was 6,464, but the standard deviation of the post-test was 5,624. And the next is table 2. The significance level of the pretest was 0.029 according to table 2, and the significance level of the post-test was also 0.029. Both of these values were considerably higher than the significance level of 0.05. The value of the pre-post psych test was 0.147, which was considerable amount greater than the psych level. And the next is the last table. The basic of the information shown in the last table could be drawn the conclusion that the level of significance for the sign value was 0.000, which was lower than the level of significance of 0.05, and that there is significant improvement on the implementation of project-based learning or PGBL toward the student learning outcomes, and excluding that factor was 20,925. Standard deviation was 5,000.10. This data indicate that student speaking skills improved following treatment. Is discussion. The result of the current study supported the finding of several other studies that highlight the advantage of applying PGBL in ESP toward EFL settings. In agreement with the findings, lecturers' knowledge is founded on factual concepts and comprehension. It is possible for lecturers to be aware of the connection between a specific instructional innovation and the result the student progress in the input of foreign language as argued by Wiranegara Susanti Sinde. And the last is conclusion, the impact that PGPL had on the speaking abilities of ESP students. The results of the speaking test demonstrate that PGPL had a significant impact on the learner's ability to communicate effectively in speaking. It was because the real material used in ESP were incorporated into the stage of the exercise itself. Since the PGBL approach was effective on the students' learning outcomes in speaking skills. And these the references for the researcher. Thanks a lot for your time and see you.